Okay, hello everybody. Today I will talk about analytical approach in perfecting the business. So first of all, I will start with a short introduction of myself. I presented like a coordinate system of career in dependency of education. And at the beginning, when I finished the Faculty of Chemical Engineering and Technology, I started to work with Shimadzu. Shimadzu is a Japanese corporation, and they are producing and selling analytical instruments for quality control. At that period, chemical engineering and my PhD study at the Department of Analytical Chemistry helped me a lot for the positions of application specialist and head of demo laboratory. But all of my activities at that time impacted the sales a lot. So my company recognized my ambition, and they invited me to sales department. So at that time, I was aware about some lack of my managerial skills and leadership skills. So at that time, I decided to enroll in MBA in Cotruli, which helped me a lot in it to strengthen my skills which are necessary for those sales positions. And current position is sales manager for ex-Yugoslavia region. But I want to come back at the beginning because I spent most of my formal education on learning how to prevent failure. And actually, we engineers hate failure. So we are using analytical approach. One very cool guy said once, if I had an hour, I would spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and only 5 minutes thinking about solutions. So actually, that is analytical approach. It is not only about the predicting events, it is about understanding the probability of all possible scenarios. And I'm using it in my life and in daily work, in business. So actually, why do we need analytical approach in the business? We need it because I think that all of you faced at least once in your job with the people who failure. And after some failure, they say, okay, there is nothing we could have done about it or something like that. And after that, some excuses. But all of those excuses are only because of a very poor planning and a very poor analysis. So what we need to do, we need to break down the problem into the elements which are necessary to find a better solution. I would like to present it in comparison of standard and analytical approach. It means standard and analytical thinking. Standard thinking is something what is emotional, what is intuitive, and people are using it in a normal life. But analytical approach is much more logical, deliberate, and systematical approach and systematical way of thinking, which we are normally using in solving some much more complex problems. But actually, this analytical approach I'm using also for small problems, and that's the reason why I decided to share it with you, because I think that we don't need a management consultant to help you to start thinking in an analytical way. It is so naturally that people are inclined to apply standard thinking in all of the situations in life and in a business. Actually, because it is much easier, it takes little mental efforts, and on some unconscious level, we are using it in a standard way, even if we sometimes think that we are logical or deliberate. Some bigger companies are quite often analyzing and collecting a large amount of the data. And it doesn't mean necessary that if they are analyzing and collecting the data, that they are using analytical approach. Whether the data is big or small part of your business, people are just using some standard approach, and they are not quite often logical and deliberate. So what is the point for your business? The goal is that you have to look ahead, you have to use all of the information that you have, all of the statistics in order to get a better decisions. So my conclusion is that managers should think like engineers and take the analytical and systematic approach for problem solving, for risk analysis, and in order to generate the better decisions. And my personal opinion is that analytical approach is not only a better way, for me it is the only way, but please try to do that and choose what is better. Thank you very much for your attention.